Whether you've lived in Austin for years or you're visiting Austin or considering relocating, I love to tell people about fun things that you can do in the Austin area. My name is Shannon Green. I'm a local Austin, Texas realtor, and I've lived in Austin since 1994. And today I'm going over 10 different businesses that you might want to explore, whether you're new to Austin or you're already a local. So let's start off with number 1, Terry Black's Barbecue. Everyone knows in Texas we have great barbecue, but if you haven't been to Terry Black's, it's definitely worth a try. We have tons of great barbecue restaurants here in Austin, but Terry Black's is conveniently located right off of Barton Springs in downtown Austin. The Black family has been around for quite a while, and they started their barbecue history in Lockhart, Texas, which is known as the barbecue capital of Texas. But now Terry Black's is here in Austin and is an extension of their history that started originally in Lockhart. And if you haven't tried Terry Black's, you must go. They have indoor and outdoor seating, big open porches. They cook their brisket low and slow like it's supposed to be done. It is extremely moist in flavor. They also have turkey, chicken, sausage, everything you can imagine. But when I say this barbecue is exceptional, it's truly exceptional and worth taking a visit to. And don't forget to try their macaroni and cheese, their coleslaw, beans, or potato salad. They have other sides as well. All of it, I promise, is delicious. So go hungry and get ready. Now, Terry Black's has been in Austin since 2014, and it has become a local fan favorite and a tourist destination. You will see them involved in many community events as well. And one of the things that really stands out is they use quality meats that are locally sourced here. And if you really are a barbecue connoisseur, they have pit tours that you can take so you can see exactly what their smoking process is and how they do it. So you get a behind the scenes look. And my family has a background in the catering, barbecue, and steak business. So when I say that a barbecue place is good, I definitely mean it. Next up on the list is something that's a little unique that you probably aren't thinking of, but there is a place that was established in 1970 here in Austin, and it is Texas's largest independent bookstore. So if you're an avid reader, have a love for books, or want to take your family somewhere that's a little unique, go to a place called BookPeople. It's an over 40,000 square foot building that has over 100 employees, and all of them are extremely knowledgeable on all of the different sections within the bookstore, the types of books, and can help guide you in any direction you need. BookPeople is located right at 6th and Lamar. This is not just a normal bookstore, this is an experience when you walk in the door. They host events annually throughout the year, including signings, readings, and discussions. They host an annual event called Texas Book Festival, and they'll have more than 300 authors at this event. They have a camp called Camp Half-Blood, which is based on the Percy Jackson series, if you're familiar with that, and it's geared towards children, and it's a fun summer camp that they can attend. They also have something called Teen Press Corps, which is a blog run by teens for teens, offering a platform for the young voices in literature. Other cool features about BookPeople is that they have a kids corner called Book Kids, which has a mini amphitheater. It's a place where they do storytelling, and it's very immersive. So if you want to expose your kids to books and literature in general, this is a great place to get them started. There's also a section called Mystery People that is dedicated strictly to crime and mystery. So don't miss out on that. And they also have book clubs geared towards this if this is your genre that you like to read about. And BookPeople is very involved in the community, and they give thousands of dollars back to schools and literacy programs throughout the city. They have been recognized as the best bookstore in Austin by the Austin Chronicle since 1995. With the building more than 40,000 square feet, there is so much to do within the store. There's a cafe that you can get a little pastry and some coffee, and it is an encouraging atmosphere to linger, walk around, take some time to read. So it's definitely not just a bookstore, but a really cool hangout. So if you're in the area, again at 6th of Lamar, stop by BookPeople. Now on to the next topic. There is a place in Austin, especially if you're traveling to Austin and not from here, it's a different place to explore other than the typical place that tourists might go. And that is the Lady Bird Johnson Wildflower Center. It is a nature center dedicated to plants, native plants, and conservation. This nature center was founded in 1982 by Lady Bird Johnson and a woman named Helen Hayes. Together, they formed this center for the sole purpose of educating and teaching about the native plants and conservation. If you don't know who Lady Bird Johnson is, she was our First Lady of the United States, married to Lyndon B. Johnson, and she was the First Lady from 1963 to 1969. And she made many, many efforts throughout the state, and especially in the Austin area because they lived near here, to create educational programs that taught about our native landscaping, wildflowers, and many other nature programs. At this nature center, you'll see more than 900 species of native plants in gardens and in natural settings. There are trails throughout the center, so there's plenty of areas to roam while you're looking at all the different plants and the flowers. It's really a pretty place to take a family, go on a date, or if you just want some alone time, it's a great place to go roam. They even do things like yoga in the gardens. They also have a dinosaur exhibit geared towards the kids. Since school's almost out now, it's a great place to take the kids for a day. In addition, they have a ton of educational programs for every single age. Camp Wildflower is a camp for kids 8 to 11 that allows them to explore the great outdoors and teach them a little bit about conservation and nature in general. While this is something that many people wouldn't have thought to do, it's a unique day trip that you can take, and it's in the Southwest Austin area, not far from downtown. So again, if you're looking for something different to do, the Lady Bird Wildflower Center should definitely be on your list. And with summer already here and already in the 100-degree weather, you cannot skip out on going to Barton Springs Pool, which is number 4 on the list. Barton Springs Pool has been a popular swimming pool for over a century now. It was actually visited by Native Americans and settlers long before it became a pool. It is listed on the National Register of Historic Places. The pool is fed by natural springs underground and stays 68 to 70 degrees throughout the year. It is a favorite spot for people that want to sunbathe, swim, or just people watch in general. It is said that more than 340,000 people visit Barton Springs Pool annually. And few people realize that when they're swimming in Barton Springs Pool that they're also in the home of one of North America's most endangered species, the Barton Springs salamander. This is an entirely aquatic amphibian and it has become quite adapted to the Barton Springs Pool. And because of this, there are many ecologists and other groups that are protecting the salamander. So when you're swimming in Barton Springs, know that you are swimming in one of the cleanest places you could be in Austin, Texas. If you know Austin and you know that our winters are not that cold, think about it. If it's 40 or 50 degrees and you're swimming in 68 to 70 degrees, it can feel actually warm. So you will find a lot of people swimming laps in Barton Springs Pool, even in the coldest months of the year in Austin. And if you happen to be in the area on New Year's Day, the polar bear plunge is a very big deal. Many people flock to Barton Springs Pool to jump into the pool to start off their new year. It is a New Year's tradition that has been going on in Austin for years now, so definitely swing by if you happen to be there on January 1st. And another really cool place I want to talk about today is something you might not think about, whether you're local or coming to Austin to visit or to relocate. But there is a place called Waterl Records, which has been a staple in the music scene in Austin for decades now. It was established in 1982 and it carries vinyl records, CDs, cassettes, and whether you're into rock, jazz, indie, blues, Waterl has every genre of music you can imagine. They even have those hard to find vinyl records, and if they can't find it, they might be able to source it for you. Like BookPeople that I talked about earlier, Waterl is an experience in and of itself. It's not just a record store. They hold live music performances from traveling artists to actual local artists inside the record store. They host a lot of album release parties, and they are a huge supporter of local musicians here in Austin. You will find Waterl Records tied to many festivals and events. They sponsor a lot of these, and they have an annual event every year called Record Store Day, where they'll have exclusive releases, live music, and special promotions going on. If you think about it, there aren't many record stores left, so if you go by Waterl Records, you will experience a sense of nostalgia and also get to know some of the local bands and artists that might be visiting or are being highlighted at the moment when you go in. Again, I'm trying to introduce you to some things that people do on an everyday basis and then other things that might be a little unique. A lot of tourists that come to town or people that don't know Austin very well have not even explored Waterl Records, and this place is definitely something that you should try. On to a very popular location is the Austin City Limits at the Moody Theater. This is a premier music venue that hosts the Austin City Limits TV show. It opened in 2011, and this state-of-the-art venue continues the legacy of showcasing the music in Austin. If you don't know what the Austin City Limits TV show is, it is the longest running music series on television in American history. It started back in 1974. It hosts a wide range of artists from up-and-coming artists to well-renowned artists. The theater itself is known for its top-notch acoustics, lighting, and seating. So if you are there seeing a performance, no matter where you are in the building, you're going to have a great seat. If you look at the calendar for Austin City Limits at the Moody Theater, you will see it's jam-packed with different types of bands, every type of music you can imagine. Some of the ones coming up in the next couple of months are Lyle Lovett and his big band, Sisters of Mercy, Big Head Todd and the Monsters, and the Pretenders, to name a few. So you can see just by that list the wide range of bands that come in to play there. I was lucky enough to be able to see Lyle Lovett and the big band there, and it was quite the experience, and I did not know how good Lyle Lovett was with his audience. He really embraces them, and it makes him part of his show. So it's a really fun band. If you haven't gone, get tickets to him. Not only is it great music that you'll hear, but the architecture there is fabulous, and they also have art installations, so you can walk around and see different art exhibits while you're there as well. And on to the next one. If you're out for a fun day wanting to shop, eat, drink, listen to music, South Congress is the place to be. Developed in the early 20th century, it has evolved into one of Austin's most vibrant scenes. It's known for its eclectic shops, and in the past 5 to 10 years, there's many high-end, trendy shops, not just eclectic. So now you have this mix of eclectic, very high-end, upscale, and the same goes for the restaurants. You have everything from laid back to upscale. So no matter what you're wanting to do, South Congress has it all. You can literally spend an entire day down there shopping, having a drink, stopping in to see a band. Anytime we have a guest that comes into town, we always take them down to South Congress because you can literally do so many things and not be bored the entire day. Some of the restaurants I'll cover when it comes to laid back: Home Slice Pizza, Little Dottie Burgers, Guero's Tex-Mex, and for a little more upscale, you've got sushi restaurants, Abba Mediterranean, Perla Seafood and Oyster Bar, just to name a few. For live music, you have to stop in at the Continental Club, which has been around since 1955. It is a hole-in-the-wall, dive-type live music venue, and it has a mix of music from eclectic rock, blues, and country. You can also stop by Seaboy's Heart and Soul, which is a retro-themed bar with a downstairs lounge and an upstairs cozy cocktail area. And they've got live music as well, from soul to R&B to rock. If you're looking for outdoor music, Guero's, the Tex-Mex restaurant, has an outdoor garden right next door with a stage, and they always have live music going on. And you just walk into the courtyard, get a seat, grab a margarita, and enjoy some live music. And if you happen to be in town on First Thursdays, every first Thursday of the month, they have an event called First Thursdays on South Congress where all kinds of vendors set up. Stores and restaurants stay open later, and there will be special promotions of live music throughout the street. It's a very fun event to attend. So if you happen to be around South Congress at the first of the month, stop by on First Thursday. You will not regret it. Another fun place to visit is number 8 on the list, the Driscoll Hotel. This hotel is listed on the National Register of Historic Places. It opened in 1886 and is one of the oldest operating hotels in Texas. Many celebrities and political figures have stayed at the Driscoll Hotel. This hotel has stunning Romanesque architecture with ornate columns, and the lobby itself is breathtaking when you walk in. And if you happen to go in for a tour of the hotel, do not forget to go up to the bar. So you go up these stairs where they meet up and you go into this bar and think country upscale sophistication with dark paneled woods and Texas art and sculptures throughout the bar. They have a fine dining restaurant called the Driscoll Grill, and more than likely if you're there on the weekend you will see a wedding or some big event happening there, because this hotel is a very popular venue for hosting weddings and large events because of their elegant ballrooms and impeccable service. Another thing about the Driscoll Hotel is it is known for its haunted stories. It is rumored that the Driscoll Hotel is haunted, and you can actually take a tour of the hotel for just this reason. So if you're into the scary side of things, definitely take a tour. Moving on to another bit of history is number 9 on the list, the Paramount Theater, which opened in 1915. It originally opened as a movie theater and later evolved into a theater for all kinds of performances, from plays to musicals to comedy, and it is known for its beautiful architecture and its rich history. They have a summer classic film series that is very popular because when you're in a historic building and watching those classic films, it's kind of like a nostalgic experience. They are involved in many community program and educational initiatives, so it is considered a cultural hub to Austin. Switching gears a little bit to the final one on the list, number 10, the Manaka Strip. I feel like this area just kind of developed in the past 5 years, really. And it has blown up in those past 5 years. It started off as a few bars in the area on Manchaca Road, or Manchaca Road, however you want to call it. And then all of a sudden, more and more started coming. So it's almost like a little mini 6th Street, but it's in the South Austin area. And these bars are unique. They have huge pieces of land that they sit on. So you have indoor and outdoor seating. There's everything from cornhole to fire pits to pickleball to stages for live music. Every single bar has a unique feature, so it's really fun to go up and down the road and just hit up all the bars and have a drink at each one, kind of try a little bit of everything. But there's so many to choose from now, you might have to do them in sections. What I love about this area the most is it is a truly laid back vibe. You do not have to get dressed up, you don't have to look great. You can wear whatever you want and hang out and have a good time in a very, very casual setting. They do everything from trivia nights to fight nights to movie night and concert nights. But I can say this about this area is that each bar strives to be a little different than the next. So it's fun to visit all of them and get a feel of what that uniqueness is. And all of them are laid back and cool. Most of these have food trucks, or they have a place that they can cook their own food. Some of the hot ones on the list are Armadillo Den, Moon Tower Saloon, South Austin Beer Garden, Luster Pearl, and The Hive. One of the newer bars is Pickle Pub ATX. We just went there a couple of weeks ago and people were playing pickleball on one side, there was a live band on another, they had a crawfish boil going on as well. So when I say there's so much to do at each bar, truly there is so much to do. So if you're in the South Austin area, the Manchaca Strip is the place to be. I hope this gave you a taste of Austin and some of the unique things you could do and some of the things that everyone goes to do. It's a good blend of everything from restaurants to bars to theaters to Wildflower centers. Not only do I love doing real estate, but I love this city and how much it has to offer. So if you have any questions about the city in general, or are looking to relocate, or just looking for a home in general, I would love to be able to help you. Reach out to me. I'm Shannon Green, your local Austin, Texas realtor. My information is below, and until next time, I'll see you on the next video.